Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So this was quite unexpected this morning, but I open up my phone and I see a brand new video that we have to watch together. Now it's from CNBC Make It, and what they do is they follow the lives of everyday millennials and they see how they're making and spending their money. Now a lot of the time, it's a train wreck, they waste their money, they blow it on Starbucks and avocado toast, and we have a great time. But this video is quite different. It's titled, Living on $650,000 a year in Los Angeles. Wait for it. Millennial Money. So with that said, guys, we got to see how she's making so much money right after, of course. You smash the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much, and now let's begin.
I started off out of college making history by becoming the youngest trader at the New York Stock Exchange, as well as the second African-American woman to work down there. How'd she do that? That's insane. Wow, good on her. She's blown us all away in the first, 10 seconds already. Way to flex on us. Wow, that's insane. I made $12,000, and I currently, fast forward, today make $650,000.
Jeez, starting off at $12,000 a year to $650,000. You know, here's the thing. A lot of people would see that and be like,
"Hey, I'm not gonna work for $12,000 a year because I'm worth so much more. I need $50,000 a year."
Meanwhile, it's the people who take the low jobs to start out with, and they end up making the most amount of money later on. This is worth it.
I'm Lauren Simmons. I'm 27 years old. I make $650,000 a year, and I live in Los Angeles, California.
Where is this? Okay, so if this is accurate on the map, she's kind of by the Inglewood, Culver City area. It's not bad.
People ask me, what do? I generally give a generic response. I work in finance, but actually I'm an author, I'm a producer, I'm a host of a Spotify podcast, as well as a TV series.
So she's making so much money. See, I don't think she's making the money as a trader. And now there's nothing wrong with that, because everyone's like, "Ooh, but Graham makes most of his money from YouTube." And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, that's just how it works. To be able to make that much money from your investments, you would have to have $100 million invested. I don't have $100 million invested. So most likely, I think it's her social media that's making the majority of it. But regardless, it's insane.
She has always been very strict when it comes to budgeting and saving, putting me on her credit cards early on so I could build that credit before I turn 18. To this day at 27, I rely a lot on my mom. I hear her voice even if I don't talk to her whenever I make purchases over $100.
Yeah, oh, I love that. Her mom's like,
"You do not buy that Starbucks. The caramel macchiato is a waste of money. You should go to bankrollcoffee.com and get their bundle pack because that's the best value."
That's probably what her mom would say.
The New York Stock Exchange is very much like the NFL. The different firms at the New York Stock Exchange, like the different teams at the NFL, set their own salaries, rules, HR policies, etc., etc.
Wow, look at that, put together an exit strategy. I feel like in her position, it would be quite easy just to be able to shop herself around the other firms and be like, "Hey, listen, get me in at 100K, I'll be awesome, you won't regret it," and basically just leave at that point. Why stay? That could have ended really badly for her too. I mean, just imagine she gets offered 115 and she's like, "No, just 120, that's it." And she turns it down and she's waiting. She's just like that skeleton meme that's like, "Any day now for my 120 offer." But you know what? At least it seems like she really knew her worth and she came up with a number that was realistically accomplished. So, and she did it. Not bad. Why is she still living in LA though? That would be the first thing I would do. Leave to Texas, Florida, Nevada. Plenty of places with no income tax. That's what I would do. Puerto Rico at this point, why not?
My apartment is 750 square feet.
Where she looks like I'm trying to figure out where she lives. That's not creepy, because I grew up in Los Angeles. This kind of looks like Culver City to me. Maybe Ladera Heights area, I don't know. Somewhere on there.
I spend $3,850 a month, and I pay that all up front, so I'm not stressed about paying my rent on a month-to-month basis. I spend around $100 a month on food. Breakfast makes me nauseous.
All right, so rent, we got $38.50. It's a decent amount for how tiny her place is. Like, what was she say, under 1,000 square feet? She's paying a premium, but most likely she's in a really good location and she could afford it. We got transportation, $215 a month with a T. Tesla charging. And insurance. Oh, she's got a Tesla. That's a great investment. Okay, pet, 200 with a barbell. Dog food, grooming. Okay, discretionary, squiggly, shopping, entertainment, household goods. Food, $165. She's not spending any money on food. How is she surviving on $165 a month on food? That's pretty good. Health insurance, only $100 a month. How does she do that? That's impressive. Utilities, $43. Subscriptions, $24. Hay house, I don't know what that is. Anyway, it's not bad. She's making so much that anything she spends at this point is just kind of trivial. Okay, Casper. Casper's so cute. I like Casper. To go debt-free, she's got to buy a place now. I feel like that's the next step for her, is to buy a house, buy an income property, do something like that.
I was 19, went through a terrible breakup, and I just needed answers. And someone suggested to me, actually my boyfriend before we broke up.
Hear that, Jack? Boyfriend before they broke up.
That's braggy if I say I'm good with money. Am I good with money?
Of course she's good with money. What sort of question is that? The person's making $650,000 a year. Are they good with money? Yeah, they're saving 85% of it. Great with money. Even better with money, if anything.
I don't think me making $12,000 and me making $650,000 is that much of a difference, and I'm sure everybody's going to be looking at me like I'm crazy.
See, that's the way to do it, though. It's like no matter how much she's making, her expenses are going to stay the exact same. So we'll call it, $5,000 a month in expenses, whatever it is. If she's making $1 million, spending the same amount. $2 million, spending the same amount. $200,000, spending the same amount. I honestly think everyone should be practicing that. Keep your expenses the same. If you make more money, don't spend it. Pretend like it doesn't exist. Invest it. And then just carry on as usual. You'll be so happy you did that in 10 years.
Yes, I get accessibility to do more things, but I think my mental mindset, my money mindset, it's exactly the same.
Oh, come on, Lauren. Staying away from cryptocurrency. That is the worst decision that I've ever seen you make from a 6-minute video so far. That's bad. Why? Why are you staying away from it? She's making so much money at this point that she could absolutely risk like 10% of her portfolio. All I would do, if anything, buy 1 Bitcoin and 10 Ethereum. That's it. 1 Bitcoin, 10 ETH, put the money in that, and then forget about it. If it goes to zero, it's not going to ruin her. It's not that big of a deal. She's making so much that being wiped out in that, she won't even notice the difference. Poof, gone. It'll feel like a mosquito. You just do that and you're like, that sucks. Come on, invest something in crypto. Because otherwise I'm worried, you're not getting the right diversification unless this is her first year making this amount of money. She doesn't know if it's gonna continue. She wants to play it safe. But even then, put like $100K into crypto and just call it a day. That's what I would do.
I do believe a digital currency will be permanent and it'll stay within our infrastructure. But for right now, it is highly speculative, but once it becomes centralized, and I don't think any of the cryptocurrencies that are currently out today will be the ones. I think it'll be a new one.
What? Once it becomes centralized, so she wants, what, a Ripple? I mean, why is she waiting for a centralized currency? Why? I think the whole point of cryptocurrency is to be decentralized. Now, of course, I'm sure she's waiting for more regulation, but at that point, it's like, why? Why not just take the risk now? What is she waiting for? Is she waiting for like a dink doink to come along, or like a safe moon scam or whatever to come along? And then, I don't know. I would just say Bitcoin, Ethereum, stick with the top coins, invest a small portion of your net worth, maybe up to 10% at the very most. If you're willing to take the risk of it going to zero, call it a day. I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than that.
My investing strategy, again, make sure that you do your due diligence and you really understand what you're investing in. I learned early on from the men on the floor that 95% of the men on the floor don't invest in the stock market.
That doesn't make any sense to me. 95% of the people on the stock market floor are not investing their money. You would think that if they're getting paid to invest other people's money, that they themselves would also invest. I have a feeling they must be spending it all. These must be the stock traders you hear about on, like, Wall Street and whatnot that make a whole bunch of money, and then afterwards they're like, all right, well, now's a good time to spend $2,000 on dinner and drinks. Let's do it. And then they run out of money. They're like, well, off to work the next day. Do it again. That's probably what it is, right? Oh, come on, she's making $1 million this year, and she can't afford to invest 10% of that in cryptocurrency? Come on, Lauren, 10%. That's it. Actually, you know what? You could humor me with 5%. 1 Bitcoin, 5 Ethereum. That's it. Just humor me with that, and I'll be happy.
Something about this small town girl just making moves in life is rewarding, but also just, my family and I, we've come a long way, and I'm super grateful. And also, for everyone that is concerned from that CNBC Make It video from years ago, me making $12,000.
What? She was in a CNBC Make It video years ago? No. CNBC Make It, Lauren. Oh, okay. Oh, she's been in multiple CNBC videos. Here we go. How I got my dream job, a day in the life. Then she did, I went from making $12,000 to over $100,000, my top money tips. Meet the New York Stock Exchange's full-time female trader. Former New York Stock Exchange trader Lauren Simmons and Martina Edwards on breaking barriers in finance. She's been in multiple videos from them. Gosh, good for her.
Even if you are making $100,000, $200,000, $1 million, you don't have to go crazy with your lifestyle. You can be normal and, experience life, but also save and really budget for the future. I'm excited to watch this video in 5 to 10 years from now and to see.
Congratulations, Lauren. Great job on that. Congratulations on earning over $1 million this year. My only advice, get some crypto. Why not? How about this? Look into it more. Look into Bitcoin and Ethereum more. See all the studies that show that a small allocation to Bitcoin and Ethereum boosted the cumulative returns of a traditional portfolio by like 50%. It's pretty crazy stuff. Just allocate a little bit. Doing that would make me happy. With that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.